Morning, everyone, and happy Friday. This morning, I hope everyone's having a great day. By the way, I know it's we're getting ready for the weekend. We're getting ready to get it done, but then watch more football this weekend. But as we kind of get moving here, there's this question that I've seen throughout ESPN everywhere. Obviously Jalen Hurts is getting the first start against the first career start against the Saints, who have a harsh defense. They really do. They have a tough defense. And I think this could be definitely a game to remember if you're an Eagles fan because of how much this game does mean in terms of what you have in a guy like Jalen Hurts. But I kind of just wanted to go through some stuff that I felt was important. And number one, and I titled this the whole purpose of this video. Jalen Hurts' first start could be a disaster, and not by any fault of his own. And now, what I mean by that is, listen, the fact that the Saints defense has come out and just absolutely balled and done their thing with with a guy that they just picked up and a guy like Quan Alexander, this defense is looking tough now. In these last couple of games, now keep in mind this is a defense that in the last 4 games has had 41 quarterback hits, 17 sacks, and has allowed a combined 44 points over the last month. That's crazy. 11 points a game, 4 sacks a game. You want to talk about a defense that relies on pressure. This could be a tough game, especially for a young guy like Jalen Hurts in his first career start. Now, again, this is through no fault of his own. We saw how well he played against the Packers in spurts. That rope he threw in that 4th and 18, that touchdown pass was absolutely incredible. I do think he does have a place in this league, but this is going to be the game that decides if he is a franchise quarterback or not. Unfortunately, it's now or never. And ESPN was talking about this, and I full-heartedly agree. This is the time we find out what the Eagles have in Jalen Hurts. He completed 42% of his passes against the Packers for 109 yards and a touchdown and a pick. That pick was actually kind of an amazing play by Darnell Savage, but still he threw an absolute rope to Greg Ward for that touchdown pass. And there is some good things and perhaps some similarities that I see between him and Carson Wentz, but this is going to be the game that could really define what goes on with the Eagles, or what they have in Jalen Hurts, excuse me. So again, I don't have any hate towards Jalen Hurts. I think he's going to be a good quarterback in this league, but it's going to be definitely a tall task when you're going against a defense like the Saints defense. Again, averaging 4 sacks a game, 10 quarterback hits, and 11 points. And that's the thing that gets me: 11 points a game. It doesn't matter who you're playing in the NFL, even if they play the Dolphins. Or not even the Dolphins. The Dolphins are a respectable team. If they played the Jets 4 times in a row and averaged 11 points a game, it doesn't matter. Anytime you can do that in the NFL, it's a tough defense. So and the defense flies around. They hit the quarterback, and they've got good corners, and that's kind of the one thing against the Eagles, other than Jalen Reagor, who got his first punt return for touchdown against the Packers. I think he's going to be dynamite as well. But I also kind of question a little bit who's going to win the battle between the Eagles wide receivers and the Saints defenders, or DBs, if you will. So, and I'm definitely leaning more towards the Saints defenders here. And again, it's not necessarily because, through any fault of, better players. And I hate to put it down like that. Jalen Reagor still got a lot to show, even though I've seen some stuff from Ward. There's still a lot of things that they have to prove. They still have to go and get some guys at wide receiver, in my opinion. But I full-heartedly expect the Saints to come out and just annihilate the Eagles, especially defensively. Because, again, this is just such a tough defense that goes overlooked. And the Eagles quarterbacks have been sacked a combined 53 times this season. And it's been rough. I mean, you want to talk about it being Carson Wentz's fault, but anytime Carson Wentz has already been sacked 50 times this year. 50 times, and we've still got a full month left to go, okay? So, clearly, it's not just on Carson Wentz, even though I agree it's time to see what you have in Jalen Hurts. But anytime any quarterback is getting pressured that much, it never usually leads to good things. And then, obviously, the Eagles haven't been able to run the ball as effectively as they have in the past. Greg Ward leads the team currently with 44 catches for 351 yards and a touchdown. Mom, you're watching. Appreciate it. Greg Ward also has a touchdown, 4 touchdowns this year. Dallas Goedert, the SDSU prodigy, 35 catches for 400 yards and 3 TDs this year. So, and all in all, again, this is through no fault of Jalen Hurts himself. this defense is going to swarm him early and often, and they're just going to create a problem for Jalen Hurts in his first start. I don't necessarily think that this is going to be the one telltale game at all, but it's a great opportunity to see what you got in him, especially against one of the best defenses in the NFL, and a team like the Saints, who obviously got Alvin Kamara, and Thomas. They've got a lot of great talent on that team too. Drew Brees, a future Hall of Famer. Even though we have seen a regression from him, this is going to be a game that will forever stick in the minds of Eagles fans, unfortunately, because I do think even if Jalen Hurts does not win this game or does not play that well, I still think there's some room for maybe some improvement, or you could still see this guy improve and maybe grow into being a great quarterback in the NFL. But this is going to be a game that it decides a lot of stuff, and it also brings a lot of stuff into question for the Eagles. It also decides what Jalen Hurts' fate could be in the NFL to a certain degree. So, again, I think it could be pretty rough. Let me know what you guys are thinking, though, because, again, I could be completely off with this. But I think, especially with going up against a tough defense like that, it could be definitely something to watch out for. So, if you guys have any other questions or any other topics you want me to cover, make sure you guys submit them to thesportsbp@yahoo.com. Also, remember to check out our website at thesportsbeatpodcast.com. Remember also to subscribe to our on iTunes as well as on YouTube. Leave a like and a comment, and go have a great Friday and have a great weekend.